Hello everyone, this is 707 Rose 10 with another video. This time we're gonna draw Pachirisu. That's if I pronounced it right. So as you guys can see on screen, this is how he ends up looking like. So if you guys want to learn how to draw him, let's get started. I'm also gonna put up a reference right now, that way it'd be easier for you guys, and at the same time you guys could get some details off it, and just keep in mind that he's not gonna end up looking like the reference 100%. There's some things that don't end up the same, since I am trying to do a tutorial on it. So first of all, we're just gonna start with this oval shape. I actually make it too round, so if you guys can make it a little bit more of an oval shape, so just make the sides a little bit more less round, if that makes sense, a little bit more pointier, but just try to stick with this. And then we're just gonna split it in half both ways. So this is where you guys are gonna notice if the circle or the oval is not right, and we're gonna base mostly everything off this shape right here, so just try to make it as accurate as you can. So now for the tail, we're just gonna do just look at the distance between the circle and this other circle. Right here I'm doing a straight line, that way you guys can know it shouldn't go lower than that. If you guys do a straight line going from the middle of the circle, it should be right on that line, so do it almost the same size as the head or the first circle, but this one make it a little like a perfect circle, the other one's a little bit of an oval, this one's a little bit more circular. And just look at the distance from the head to the other circle, and as long as you guys get these shapes accurate, you guys won't have any trouble. So right here I'm just marking off, so on that side it's around halfway on that fourth quarter, and then we're just gonna connect them right here, make this shape right here. And right here I mark it off. I actually use a paper. If you guys want to use a ruler, or if you guys just want to guess, it should be smaller than the width of the first circle that we did. So as you guys can see, the circle should be around there, the length, the width, so it should be a little bit smaller than that. And now we can start working on the body a little bit. You guys can use the reference. And one of the mistakes that I do make is that I make it because like the left leg is a little bit higher than the right one, as you guys can see on the reference, and I actually make the other one, they're almost at the same level. So if you guys want, you guys could change that, make the left side a little bit higher. You guys can use the reference, and right here I'm just pointing out that they're almost the same size. Alright, so now we could connect both shapes right here. As you guys can see, it's pretty round lines right here, and it just connects with the other one like that. And then I think I actually split it in half both ways, just like the other one. Right here I do it weird, so I end up making it in the middle, so I erase that. So you guys could just do the same thing as we did at the first circle, and just split it in half both ways. And that's just gonna help us place some of those lines, just to be a little bit more accurate. Remember not to press too hard, since you are gonna erase most of these lines. Most of these are just reference lines, so if you press too hard on your pencil, then it's gonna be hard to erase. So right here I'm just showing that it's a little bit to the left of that line in the middle of the circle, and then the other side, it starts around there, almost at the bottom of the shape for the body, and it's just a little bit round. You guys could do just a rough sketch like I did right now. I do end up changing a little bit later on, and it just goes a little bit to the right, as you guys can see. So I hope you guys find this tutorial helpful. Please let me know how I did. Leave a like and leave a comment, and if you guys want your drawings to be featured on my future videos, at the beginning of my videos, share them with me at 707 Rose 10 on Twitter, and I'll put your drawing at the beginning, of my next video with your name and everything, so everyone can see it. And right there, as you guys can see right there in between the body and the head, I just did a line right there just for the tail. Alright, so now around there, I'm guessing it's like in the middle of that line that we did going across that circle. We're gonna do another line. As you guys can see, it doesn't follow exactly that line that I did right now. And now we can start on the other side. So it's around half the tail where it starts, and then right there I mark off how far that line goes from the head. I'll show you guys right now. And then just try to make it as round as you can. Right here I'm just erasing those extra reference lines that we did at the beginning. We don't need them no more, you know. Just cleaning up the drawing. And I'm sorry if it looks a little bit weird. It's just the drawing's right under the light, my lamp, so it might be a little bit too bright. I might change the contrast to make it a little bit darker, but it might make my hand a little bit weird, you know, a little bit too dark. Alright, so now for that side of the tail right here, I just erase it just to clean it up a little bit. We're just gonna do another line almost connected to that one. As you guys can see, it's side by side. So you guys can pause the video, you know, take your time, don't hurry up. Alright, so we're done for the tail for now. We still need the spikes, but we could do that a little bit later. And now for the feet, and this is the one that I told you that I make too low. It should be a little bit higher, but it doesn't really matter, you know, as long as it looks like a Pachirisu, then it's all good. Right here I'm just showing you that it should be the same thickness, you know, don't be too off. Although this one I think it's a little bit bigger because the other one should be a little bit higher since it is further away from us, so it should be a little bit smaller. But I actually make it, I think, lower than the other one, so I did it the opposite. So now for the ears, you guys can see where they start off, and right here just mark off that from that line it shouldn't go over that line. It's just to give see how long they are, you know. And as you guys can see, it just makes this triangle shape right here. And now we're gonna do the same thing on the other side, and they're pretty pointy, as you guys can see. Right here I'm just showing you guys they should be the same thickness. Basically it should be almost the same everything, you know, or at least try to. It doesn't have to be perfect. Alright, so we can leave it like that, although the left one looks a little bit more thicker, but we can leave it like that. And now for the eyes. So he has pretty small eyes, and they're basically just an oval shape. Actually have trouble pretty bad with the eyes, so I think this time they came out alright. So just do them right there. You guys can use those lines that we did in the circle just so you guys can know where to place them. As you guys can see, the right eye is pretty close to that middle line going down, and then the left eye is pretty close to the edge. And just try to make them the same size, you know. Alright, so now for the cheeks, they're pretty close to the eye right there as I'm showing you guys, so it's just one of those things you guys can keep in mind, that it is pretty close to the eye. And then we can start doing the other one, and right here I actually do a line, I think, from one cheek to the other one, just so I can show you guys that they're roughly at the same level. And it's just small details, you know, that just make it a little bit better, more accurate in the end. So it's pretty close to the eye too. As you guys can see, they're almost at the same level. I think I do the line right here, yeah. So I'm just showing you guys that they should roughly be in the same line, you know, at the same level. You guys can do a line just to make sure that they line up. And now for the mouth, right here I'm just showing how far it is from the bottom and how far it is from the eye. So we could just do the top part a little bit, curve it a little bit, and then just connect both of them, you know. It makes it kind of looks like an ear but upside down. And as you can see, it's pretty small, and we can't forget that tooth that he has right in the middle of his mouth. You guys can use the reference just to get a better idea of how that looks. And if it doesn't look the same, change it, make any changes just so it could work for you. I think right here I'm just erasing those reference lines, we don't need them no more. And I actually do extend these right here, these lines on the sides. At the end, once I'm done, I do change them, make them a little bit more oval shape because they're pretty round. And it's not like that on the reference, as you guys can see. I could have left it like that, but just to make it a little bit closer to the reference, I did end up changing the sides, just extending them a little bit, not that much, And we could do the highlights on the eye, just small details, just to make it a little bit more better, I do end up coloring the inside because it kind of looks weird just like that. It looks like he's looking up for some reason. And then for the nose, it's just a dot right over the buck tooth. The buck tooth, I mean. So right here, I'm just redoing that line in the middle just to help us. And the thing that goes on the forehead, it comes off right from the ear, and it makes this shape right here. It kind of curves. It kind of points to the mouth a little bit, to the eye, and then the other side, it starts on the other ear. Like this. And now for the other one, and right here I was just looking at where they point on the reference. I was looking just to get the accurate angle of them. I do change this one. This is where I'm like, no, it's not pointing that way. So I just changed where they point, because it makes like this triangle shape. So right here, like the triangle points to the eye. So I just changed that angle. And little by little, we're starting to get Pachirisu. Alright, so now for this side is the same thing. Right there I was pointing out that it kind of points to the mouth, and it's pretty close to the left. It's not exactly in the middle. It's closer to the left side. Just small details. Right here I'm just looking at it to see if it looks alright. And now for the paws, it's basically almost the same size as the feet. And right here, you guys could do a line going down the mouth, just so. Right here, I was just pointing out that the mouth's almost the same size as the paws. So as you guys can see, the left paw is like right under that mouth. And they're pretty small. And then the fingers, you guys could just do this shape right here. Do one and then another one. 2 lines. So you see it's starting to look a little bit better, the more details you add, the better it looks. And then we could do the same thing for the feet, those lines. And honestly, I didn't notice that till I finished, that the left side is slower than the right side, and it should be the opposite. For some reason, I didn't catch that. But you guys could do it now that you guys are drawing it. Just make the left foot a little bit higher than the right one. Try to stick to the reference a little bit. For some reason, I didn't catch that. Maybe it's because I was watching the SpongeBob movie with my little brother, so I was listening to it while I was drawing this. And right here, the toe is basically the same thing as the paws, just 2 lines. And just try to look at the shape that the body makes, and just try to make it a little bit accurate to the reference, because it's not like a perfect shape. It makes a weird shape. So right here I just color in the eye just to make it look a little bit better. You see, just by that it makes it stand out a little bit more. It just makes him look like him a little bit more. And basically we're almost done. The only thing we need, I think, is just the spikes on the tail. It just has 3 spikes and they're almost the same size. At least 2 of them are the same size as the ears, or they're a little bit bigger or close to the same size. Right here I'm just fixing the lines, you know. So you guys can see, he's not that hard. So right here I'm just marking off where the spikes go. Right here I'm just pointing out that it should be roughly the same length, you know. And right here I'm just looking at the reference, and then I'm just looking at the spikes where they are on the tail. So this one's pretty much a straight line going up, right? At least I think it is. And then it just makes like this triangle shape right here without the bottom. It's basically, as you guys can see, the same as one of the ears. And then the middle one is a little bit bigger than the other ones. So the middle one, do that one right in the middle of the tail. And just do a little bit bigger, you know. And right here for the tail, just try to make those two on the same level. Right here you guys could do a line, and you guys could just guess on it, you know. It doesn't have to be perfect right here, as I'm showing you guys. The point should be roughly at the same level. And just to obtain that, you guys could just curve that triangle, you know, make it point a little bit more to the right, just so you guys could get it at the same level. Right here I'm just erasing those reference lines. I do end up making those a little bit bigger just because they look too small for the body and everything, so I do make them a little bit bigger. And we're pretty much done. Now all you guys could do is just clean up your drawing. Right here, like for example, I noticed that the tail is not right, so I do end up changing it. So I do change the tail, just that right there. So yeah, so erase all those reference lines and then just go over your drawing, and if something doesn't look right, then you guys could just change it, you know. You guys could look at the reference, just so it could help you, or you guys could just make your own change, you know. It doesn't have to be the same as the reference. As long as it looks good, you guys can make any changes, because I really doubt that everybody's gonna do the same, you know. So I'll show you guys how my drawing ended up right now. And as you guys can see right here, I did end up coloring it. I'll show you guys in a little bit. But this is how he ended up looking like. Like I said before, I did extend the cheeks a little bit more. The side of the face, that is, not the actual cheeks. I just extended it up a little bit, made it more of an oval shape, the head. And I just outlined it and erased all those reference lines. Like in the video, I changed the bottom of the tail, just changed the shape of it. And I also changed the spikes on the tails. You guys can see they're a little bit bigger now. You guys can still see where they used to be. And yeah, so we're done. So hopefully you guys found this video helpful, this tutorial. So please leave a like if it did, and once again, share your drawing. I want to see it, you know. And if you guys want everybody else to see it, just share it with me on Twitter. The name will be at the description. It's at 707 Rosetown with the 3. And I'll put it with your name and everything on my next video. So I'll show you guys how I did color it right here. As you guys can see, it just makes it look a lot more better. I use Prisma Premier color markers. I don't always color my drawings, but this time I didn't have the colors for it, so I did end up coloring them, although it's not light blue. At least I don't think it's that color, but it's pretty close, so I did do it. And yeah, as you guys see, it just stands out a lot more by coloring it. I did outline it with the pen, and basically that's it. and also I colored in the eyes with the pen, and it just makes it stand out a lot more. As you guys can see, the left leg is way lower than it should be. On the reference, it's higher, it's way higher, and I didn't notice till I was outlining and coloring it that it was like that. But it doesn't matter, you know, because it still looks like Pachirisu. So that change is not a big deal. We weren't exactly going for the same as the reference, you know. So yeah, so as you guys see, this is how he ended up looking like. So if you guys wanna if you guys like to draw Pokemon, you guys should check out my channel. I have a lot of videos of how to draw Pokemon right now. I have over 60 videos, so if you guys want to check those out, you guys can just go to my channel. Please leave a like, it really helps me out, and also subscribe for more videos. I do around 3 videos a week, from starters to mega Pokemon and just random Pokemon in between. So like Charizard, Lucario, and all that. Starters, I've done almost all of them, and mega I've done some. They're a little bit harder, but still they're fun to make, you know. So yeah, so I just wanted to say thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please leave a like once again, and I'll just catch you guys on the next video. 707 Bro Sound out.